Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is Test Run with your host, Code Marvelous, and I am again joined by Philly Regionals winner, Justin Hulse, and we're going to be taking his Deus Ex Adjusted Matrix deck for a spin. Welcome back.
Yeah, well, still glad to be here.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can fish a non-CI matchup here. Fish what we wish.
Well, I mean, even if you hit CI, I would love to see how it does. I've never actually tested against it. It's just one of those I think it's bad in theory, but maybe DDM is really good.
Well, I thought I was going to be bad against IG in theory, and then it turned out that I was able to pilot my way out of it with equivocation. So you never know, right?
So against a PE deck, 3 Deus Ex is great, and I'd mulligan this immediately because there's no economy and no Deus Ex.
Sounds good. All right.
That looks way better.
All right, let's do the video mode, and let's give him the GLHF.
What's video mode do on this?
So my video mode thing that my friend Thomas created for me makes the credits and the agenda points bigger and doubles the size of the text in the chat window, so it's easier to see on screen.
Seems good.
All right.
I start with draw because I'm never gonna play more than 2 things. I have Kate, so draw again, and then I'm gonna play the Astrolabe and a Daily Cast.
Seems good. Gotta get that sweet Kate money.
I mean, otherwise play Haley if you're not gonna get the Kate money.
Well, that's like the ultimate like dividing point between our two houses. I always think everything's better in Haley because of the click compression, and you think everything is better in Kate because of the install discount.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So we got some free cards.
I am an aggressive player and I love checking stuff, so I would install Deus Ex and Dirty Laundry one of those remotes.
That is spicy. Let's do it. So, do we have to pop it before we access, or now that it's on the table?
It's when we access, we can, like, if we hit a snare, we can just do it.
Oops.
That's fine. Really not the end of the world, but I would probably take $2 at this point.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but, like, $3 from Dirty Laundry pays for the Draction kill anyway. And now he can't friends it, whatever.
That's a nice outlook. I like that. Way to keep it positive.
Nah, don't prevent.
So we lose the other daily cast.
Not going to be important, I don't think.
All right, so we Dieselin?
Of course. I mean, we still have the Deus Ex, right? And like I said, I love being aggressive. I think he has some kind of like APS he wants to hit us with. I would want to run R&D. Put some pressure on, get him to spend some money. Slow him down.
So just run it?
Yeah, just run R&D.
Hey!
Yep, pop it. Works for me.
Because he's got no money.
Yeah. Now, considering he has $2, anything about Jinteki's Ice Suite, and what's popular now? Dirty Laundry HQ.
That vanilla res. Show it to me.
Nah.
Pup.
Whatever.
Are we taking the net or breaking?
No. We pay the dollars.
Well, we can't trash it.
That's fine. Well, he's really broke too. I mean, so are we. But we have a lot more, like, going into it. So I would install a Deg there right now, because we're going to need it eventually.
Sure. Don't want it to get, like, picked out of our hand by net damage or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's draw. Draw again. Probably sure gamble and then install the Sport Topper.
Nice.
In case he's got some weird kill thing, let's just get it on the board now. We might need it later. We just might not need to die later. We'll see.
All right.
Draw. Draw again. Now, because we have something we can discard, I would draw again. which is the E3, and then install one of the E3s and
N-
discard the other.
nice.
And now next turn, if he doesn't do anything, I'm going to Temujin HQ and just start slamming.
Interesting.
I don't know. I have a lot of experience against that player Scott I was telling you about that I've learned the game with.
Mm-hmm.
That cards are life points, and they don't matter.
Okay, so are we jamming out, or what are we doing?
I would Temujin into HQ because we don't have the breakers to try to stop server 3.
That makes sense.
So let's try to get some accesses, see what he's doing, because very decent amount of his deck, and we at least see what's going on.
Sure.
I wouldn't do it on last click just because of Snare.
Yeah, that's fair. Are we
Oh,
trashing?
yeah, trash it.
And then what are we doing?
Sure, gamble sounds good.
It's worth noting that because you're running multiples of a lot of these cards, you get to a lot of the pieces of this deck pretty quickly.
Yeah, which is like I think people look at the deck and wonder if it doesn't have enough draw, and it does. You just gotta manually draw. I would draw right here. Devil. Okay. We'll need a breaker before we can really make use of that. So I think for now, let's take another shot at the HQ. Ooh.
Biotic labor, spicy.
Biotic Philotic, I think.
Probably.
I would install the other sports hopper and get ready for it. I mean, now that we have 2 installed, we could probably use one for draw at some point, but wait until we're in a spot where we need the draw.
Sure.
Alright. Interesting to put an upgrade there. Let's draw. See what we get. Draw again. Probably run HQ. I bet it's a Crisium grid, but see what he does. If he spends the money to res it, we'll just put the other Temujin in archives. Oh, okay. Interesting.
So are we trashing that?
Yeah, for 3, I think so. That seems like a tell, so I would run HQ again. Otherwise, you'd install that in the remote, right?
Astro?
Yeah, definitely the Astrolabe. I think some people might throw away one of the matrices
But
there.
that, no. Then if we get it picked, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
So there's a Fetal in there. And a Brain Trust.
Alright, so we're just kind of not doing great. What ice did you reveal? Because the camera is kind of obscuring the chat. DNA tracker?
Eli, DNA Tracker.
Alright, so we want to find some stuff. Let's pop one of the sports hoppers and see what we draw. Okay. So if we install Savant on the deck there, it is 6 strength to bop some DNA tracker.
Okay.
So let's do that. Now, because he did reveal 2 agendas, I would want to take a shot in the HQ and see if he reses the DNA tracker. Because it won't cost us too much to get in, but it's going to cost him 8 to stop us. And if it's just the Eli, whatever. Okay. So we know what's coming up in the future.
So we do click in a credit here?
I think so. Because like I said, it's half chance to get some points. And spend 2. Unfortunate. This deck is not seeming super useful for that hostage, so not going to be totally worried about it yet. But let's I'd probably take a credit, and we can discard the hostage because I don't think it's going to be super useful here, and then one of the matrixes. Because I think everything in this deck we can break with Savant. We can't see it running Susan. That is another thing about this deck is that you kind of have to make some claims about what your opponent's doing and just kind
Sure.
of play to them until you get shown otherwise.
So that's probably the DNA tracker.
Right. So it's probably DNA tracker, but if that is DNA tracker, like he can't really res both the Fs and keep us out. So I would actually Temujin Archives, take some shots at it, and see if he's spending House Knives tokens. All right. And then I'd run server 3, because the worst thing that happens, we break it and jack out.
So it's
Yeah. Yeah, I'd break in, use E3, and keep going. Yeah.
hey,
Hey.
Vito,
Nope.
brain trust.
Seems to be playing a lot of Never Advance, which I'm okay with.
All right, so we lost 2 adjusted matrices.
But like I said, I don't think we need it this matchup.
Okay, that's fair.
It seemed like so he's got the Eli's, which we can click through anyway. Until he shows us another barrier, which he has to put it on the remote and on R&D to stop our plan, so we have time to draw the next one.
Sure. There's the ice drop.
I'd run Archives, just see what it is. I don't think it's going to keep us out. Let's get our money. Okay.
Go again?
Okay. Alright, yeah, let's go again. For sure. Now, this is the kind of situation where I gotta think about how aggressive I like to be. Because you think about this situation, he doesn't have the money to trigger Snare. You have your freedom and your deep data mining. So you could play both, break the Kamainu for the $2, and just see everything in R&D, and just steal a bunch of points. Maybe.
Or flatline.
Well, you won't flatline if you use a Sport Topper.
True.
So it's kind of like a how aggressive do you like to be? Which I love to be aggressive, so that's what I would do.
All right, so you want me to put down freedom and then deep data mine, and then after we break the Kamainu, pop the hopper?
Exactly.
Sounds good to me.
I think this is the kind of stuff that people just don't do anymore. All right. Unfortunate that we're pouring money, but that's fine. Okay. So we know the Fetal's coming up soon. There's an early MP in a couple turns. So we'll just play careful.
All right. So what are we doing?
I think we gotta draw some cards for a bit. Let's draw another. Probably take $2 at this point.
Interesting.
That is interesting. So I'm gonna like this deck was legal, right? It wasn't casual play with the next pack.
Nope.
Okay, so it can't be Otobot protocol. All right, let's draw a card. Run archives, I guess. I think that's going to be a fetal, which we need to be able to challenge. All right. So if that's a fetal, we need the $2 to steal it. The $2 for the Enigma. So that's what we have right now, but we're a little bit short on money to actually break that Kamayo. So, actually, I have to figure that out. I'm not sure. Let's draw a card. I think we gotta forfeit it, whatever it is, and hope it's not future perfect. Then install the daily cast.
All right, so they have no money dollars.
Yeah. Let's draw. Beth isn't gonna do much at this point, so let's draw again. That'll be good to install. And then take $1. Prep for the late future. Can you see our heap real quick? Okay, so there's the third deep data mining, which I would like to find soon, I think. Alright, let's draw. Draw again. Alright. Let's take $1 and then install the Aeneas. Not that I think it's gonna be super useful, but it might be useful later. Alright. Let's run R&D and see what he reses on that ice. I'm guessing it's Kakugo. Alright, I don't want to break it, so we'll jack out. Trying to get him to see what it is. Let's draw. Sure gamble, install Beth.
Nice.
Yeah. So basically, at this point, any Kakugo we actually can't break. So, which is unfortunate, but we don't need to be able to access every server to complete this game. Alright, so now that we have more money and less cards in hand, I think we actually try to run R&D. And if he lets us in, we'll actually go for it.
So am I just doing a normal run?
Normal run. Don't want to burn the deep data mine if we don't have to. Alright, so that's $2 plus some E3s. Okay. Withdraw. And take $2. My big concern about playing the deep data mining, and in case I'm wrong, is just I don't want to spend $3 to do nothing.
Sure.
That's against this deck of the economy edge is a little bit stunted because we don't get to really use Aeneas. Let's draw. See what we get. Draw again manually. Don't use diesel. Okay, we'll save onto that for later. Let's take $1 and then take a shot at HQ. That'll be a click and $1, then $2.
So it looks like there's a Kagugo still in hand.
Yeah, I would get rid of the diesel and the modded. We keep the Savant and Deg there here, just in case he has a baddie destroyer combo.
So there's a global food in there.
Alright, so let's see. Biotic, Global Food, Fetal, Kakugo, Kamino. Alright, so there's definitely at least one Kakugo on
R&D.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to win out of HQ. Let's draw a card. And then run HQ. Main reason I want to draw the card there is because I think all the cards in there, we don't want to lose the interdiction in case he's running Caprice.
Right.
Yeah. Alright, we film critic. And remove it. Not even a point in messing around with that. And discard the spare Deg there. Not ideally how this deck wants to win, but I think we can keep this happening. Because he seems really intently on stopping us on R&D, which is fine. He has the GFI in hand still, so let's run HQ and see what he's got.
It's probably the other Kamino. Yep.
Seems like it. Okay, so the best we can do with that, unfortunately, is to break and then use some E3s and lose a card. But it's good to know what we're facing. So, yep, break a sentry, burn some E3s. And we'll just end the run. Let's draw. And just take some money.
We're running out of hit points.
That's fine.
Do we want to check archives?
Nah. Let's draw a card.
This is our last card.
That's fine. Yeah, we'll install it. And take some money. We don't want to lose a lot of money right now because we need to be able to challenge the remote. So
Sure.
There's gonna be a lot of clicking for credits, I think, for a while. Which is unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? He needs to install to actually try to end this game, so we need to keep our money up.
Well, it's worth noting if he gets a 3-2, he can just close the game. Because he has a biotic in hand.
Good point. Alright, let's sturdy laundry archives. And then we can take we can take $2 and check HQ. So at this point, we might have to let him kill a couple cards. Because, I mean, like you said, the biotic's kind of the way to go. Hmm.
There it is.
Yep. Seems like it. That's fine. Unfortunate to hit the fetal on that run. That's a little bit of my aggression getting the best of me.
Oh, it's not over yet.
Oh, shit.
I mean, It is over because that's a House of Knives. And
Right.
it means we can't ever score an agenda. Good game. Both
Yeah. I mean, you could try to play it out and hope we snag a future perfect, but realistically. Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, let's see if we can get one more.
Yeah. Definitely in casual play, I tend to play a little more aggressive than I probably should, just because that's how you learn the limits of a deck to begin with. Kind
Sure.
of go over them and see where you get punished.
Come on, big money.
Hopefully. So I don't know about you, but when I'm actually playing against these decks, I'm more scared of the casual room than the competitive room sometimes.
Uh, there's a lot of outliers in the casual room of just really strange decks that are gonna just wreck your shit.
Yeah. So I mean, I do most of my testing in competitive, but occasionally I'll go in there just to be like, you see that guy, he's like, he's still playing Argus. Ooh, do I remember how to play against Argus? Just to keep you on your toes for that like early Swiss. PU, Jesus. PU 49. Important to note. I would keep this. We got two breakers, we got a DDM, we got some basic economy. All we need to start. Hmm?
What?
Yeah, why was I asking you to continue? Let's check out, right? Hmm. Just like last game, I think I'd probably install the dais and dirty laundry or remote. Yeah, server one.
Do we want me to do the other one too?
I don't think you can install two agendas. Let's check HQ. What did we hit?
A shock.
Nah, don't prevent it. Annoying, but yeah, we should trash it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because we don't want to keep risking that for HQ accesses. And draw a card. What do we mill from PU?
Temujin.
That's fine. Alright, let's draw. 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 And then install Beth. Good
Nice.
turns like that are the turns I tend to install Degdare. Just because like you have nothing better to do, get your Kate discount, you're gonna need it later anyway. But if you have Beth and he has enough money, like you should install that first.
It's fair.
Alright. Let's draw. Draw again. Run Jackson, get him to pop it. Alright, well, let's trash it. And take $1, discard one Degdare. It's always hard against these weird Kentucky decks to try to feel out what their pilot's doing. Interesting. Let's draw. Draw again. Probably install a daily cast. And then It's interesting because like right now we could set up a deck there for the future, or we could actually mod it a Deus Ex. And I would probably mod it just because I don't want to discard anything from my hand. So I would mod the Deus Ex as kind of the safety net since we want one for a breaker later anyway. Yep.
Here's a House of Knives. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's draw. Diesel. All right. Probably install the deck there. And probably want to take $1 because we're going to do the Temujin next turn on one of the servers, but we got to check it. This is going to be more difficult than I want it to be. Yeah, we can't do a shock in there. We can't do it on archives. All right, let's discard one deep data mining. And then the other deck there. And we're not going to use that deep data mining for a little bit anyway. We want to get the astrolabe first so we get maximum value.
That's fair.
All right, let's sure gamble. Install an adjusted matrix on a Deus Ex. And then take $2. And then next turn we're going to install Temujin on the HQ and see if we can start getting some money.
Nice.
He's giving us 5 clicks, which is extra good. So, yep.
Are we preventing that damage here?
What, we hit a shock again?
No, he's using House of Knives.
No, don't prevent. What is that?
It's I key.
Oh, God. So we actually gotta use the SX at some point. Not really the time I want to use it though. Let's click 2 subroutines and side game first and draw. One. Alright, give us something good. Data mine, good to know. We can break data mine. And then I would install the daily cast.
Nice.
Hopefully we find an E3 soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need an E3.
Yeah, if we can do click $1, because even actually running HQ right now for 2 clicks to maybe draw cards and $4 is still good. Not ideal, but still good.
Neural EMP coming through.
That's fine. Run HQ, see what he reses. Running now, let's just click through Kamino. So.
Are we preventing?
Nope. Alright. Yeah, let's click that.
Do we continue?
I think so. Because, like I said, still, we're spending clicks and we're getting $4 and possibly draw. 0. Okay. He's still spending 1.
He spent 0. We hit a shock.
Nope. Trash it. I mean, what did he spend on the side game?
0.
So did we. I thought if we were the same, we drew.
No, if we're different, we draw.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, the camera on Skype's covering up the chat log a little bit, so I can't see the last couple things that happened. Alright, let's draw. And draw again. Ooh, yeah, let's install E3 and Astrolabe now before we lose them.
Seems good.
Yeah. Always pains me to lose the Kate ability on an install, but it's not worth risking. So at this point, we basically got everything we need from the rig. So at this point, the rest of the deck is kind of life points.
Well, we need to score a lot more points to win.
Yeah, that's fine though. Let's draw. Okusai grid. Interesting. Draw again. Install the film critic. And let's take $2. So now that we can start pressuring HQ for a little more click efficiency, I think we're going to start doing that. See what that upgrade is. Okay.
We have Savant now as well.
Savant does let us break things for money instead of clicks, which will be useful. So we should install that on deck there. Alright, now let's run HQ.
No prevent.
Nope. Another one of those things.
Yep. So
Click dollar, let him side game.
all right, are we gonna do 0, 1, 2?
1. He seems to be just gonna bid 0 every time. Alright, let's continue. Let him fire it, because we can't afford to keep spinning clicks on this. No prevent. Alright, is that a sentry or a code gate, this ice?
It's a code gate.
Okay. If it's a code gate, we should spend Savant instead of a click and a dollar, actually.
Okay.
Alright, 0. We're gonna see if he keeps bidding 0 every single time.
It's a Hokusai.
Alright, alright, we'll continue. I mean, he would res as we're going in anyway. Yep, access.
He has a friends in hand.
Yeah. So I'm actually I don't want to trash it because if we trash it, he can friend it to the scoring remote. So. Alright. Unfortunate, but that's fine. Let's draw. Draw again. I'd probably install a sports hopper and then take a dollar. Like, we don't need any more economy, so I don't want to spend any cards on economy anymore.
It's fair.
At this point, we're kind of going to be playing just to lock him out of the remote and see if he can challenge us to actually score. Which the interdiction would have been really helpful, but what are you going to do? Definitely not a deck I was tuning to play against Jinteki, otherwise it'd probably have a net shield in it. Can we see what's in the heat? Alright, so we lost all the data minus and the indexing, so we were literally on single axis or remote lock. So we definitely gotta go for remote lock, I think, and just kind of prep for it. Let's draw. I don't know what he has installed, so trying to rely on a Nason for economy doesn't seem good, so we'll keep it as life points. Draw again. And take $2. And basically, at this point, until he makes a move into that remote, we should probably just take money every click. Which will not be an exciting game to watch, but it seems like the play right now. But this is what I get for not running stuff like Levy. Alright, let's install Aeneas. And then take some money. You can install something else for money, but Aeneas doesn't go away at any point, just in case.
Sure. These Jinteki decks, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, this deck was kind of tuned for a medical that no one's going to be playing this stuff in Philly. I actually played one of my friends before the tournament started, and he was playing stuff like this. Arc Lockdown on my deep data minings. Okay.
Well, those might have well been on the moon anyway.
Pretty much. Play the daily cast, take money. He's actually doing a really smart thing around keeping where Beth is forcing us to draw. Which is super not ideal, but definitely smart. What did he do that turn?
He installed a card and took money.
I do want to actually run that. Let's see what happens. Let's install the Adjusted Matrix on the other Deus Ex, just in case he has some stupid baddie destroyer trick. I want to see what that is. We can always lose a Deus Ex, and we're not, like, low on money. Yep. Gemini? Well, spend a click. It's definitely an annoying card to actually break. Maybe just pumps a couple dollars in it. I like that in PDU. That seems good. Yeah, take $1. Yeah. So we can't run HQ and kill the Hokusai grids, because if he friends them into a scoring row, we actually can't run it enough to challenge them anymore.
Right.
So this will be a very long and drawn out game, which will not be great, but we'll see. Trying to decipher what his deck's doing. He's got the Hokusai grid, he's got shocks.
I think he's
right,
just
all this.
doing
It seems like
exactly
this mill grindy kind of deck.
Yeah, he's just grinding us out so we can't contest.
Right. Let's run the big server. Can't see the number.
5.
Yeah. No prevent. It definitely just seems like a very grindy kind of deck. So I'm thinking there might not be snares or psychic fields in this, for it being so grindy. It might just be a bunch of ping damage, like early MPs and recursion and stuff. We'll have to see.
That's pretty crappy.
That is so bad, but I think at this point we just need points. I would go through it and see if he's trying to force us into an agenda.
Do we prevent one?
Nope. We can't prevent for 1 damage until it's going to kill us.
Hey, we got a brain trust out of the deal. Do we want to check server 2?
I don't think that's an agenda, so I would say no. I would just take money.
We are breaking things pretty efficiently.
Yeah, not super ideal though if we got to go through stuff like Kakugo. Definitely, if I expected more of this kind of stuff in the meta, one net shield. Really? He installs two things? This guy. God damn it. That's fine. Yeah, just take $4. Gonna have to do it. I mean, this is like super old school kind of netrunner though, where you're just playing around. Like what was it, Worlds 3 years ago with Cambridge PE?
Yep.
Where you just play the entire game is just going, that's not a trap. That is a trap. The whole fucking game. Hopefully we can have time to get one more against a non-Jinteki Corp. Yeah, just take money. I'm kind of curious how he's going to react to this, because now he knows we're just taking money and not playing anything. He knows we're on a levy, so he has an opportunity to make some plays with whoever way he wants to go.
Right.
Okay. He thought it for a while and then installed something in server 5. So I think that's worth running. He thought for a while.
All right.
Nah, don't prevent.
Oh, that's game.
No. Seems very likely that is game if we go through it. Now, in theory, what we could do instead, let it end the run. So we're gonna have to jack out here, because then we get one shot at a central, like HQ or R&D, kill the Hokusai grid, and just run it a couple times. Which for HQ, for example, we could definitely do, since we could break those ISIS of bond.
Okay.
So that is not right now. We need maximum clicks for doing it. So I think we take credits and try to feel it out for when he is like, I don't have time, he's going for the win. Alright, so doing some math on his agendas. We got 3 points, 5, 7 of his 20 known. He's not scoring at server 5.
He's neurally impeding us.
That's fine. Let it happen. Alright. So I think he does. So looking at everything, he's low on his deck. We've only seen 7 points of his 20. There's a reasonable chance now his HQ has enough points to be concerned about. So I would want to run HQ now and see what happens. Yep. We can just break 2 on each, and then the draw doesn't matter. And when we access Hokusai, we're going to have to use a Deus Ex to not die. Yep. Okay. And we'll kill the Hokusai.
And then we're just gonna pound the
Keep
pavement.
running HQ. Keep running HQ.
We could do it Zen with 0 cards and Griffin 0 cards.
Yeah, where's my empty mind right now?
We're at 5 points.
Keep going. I mean, we got all this money, might as well start using it. And we're gonna get one more turn of this, because if he friends the Hokusai back in the HQ, we can do this again with the Deus Ex.
But we won.
Pow! We did it.
What? What? With that photo finish. Very well piloted. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, even though we've been 2 weird games, we've shown the core efficiency engine of the game, of the deck. late game the deck can run very rich because you're not really spending a lot of actual money because neither one of your breakers actually has to be boosted.
Yeah, I do think that was actually something at Philly that helped me play against Moons. It was a lot of running on basic actions to keep them honest, and it yielded points because they were relying on people not keeping them honest.
Right.
So I do like this game kind of shows like, all right, this game looks grim, but you could just run. Like it's fine. It's not over until it's actually over.
Sure.
So, like that's the kind of like running HQ there. It's just the basic agenda map says he probably has them.
It was a Philotic in server 5, so we were dead regardless.
No, because I had another Deus Ex.
All right. Nice.
We were dead if you scored Philotic and then Friends, then we lose. But
yeah,
then we get one shot at Archives maybe, and before you hit the shock. But it's like that's what I mean. Like there's always out. It's not a good out, but there's always one out.
All right. Yeah, man. Well, Justin, thank you very much for coming on the show, and congratulations again on your win, man.
Thank you very much.
And I'm gonna put links to both your runner deck and your corp deck in the show notes. Check them out. They're both pretty spicy, and they were a lot of fun to commentate and watch.
Yeah, they were definitely fun to play also. So if you're looking for something for a game night kit.
All right. Yeah. Well, everybody take a look, and sometimes if you can make that good meta call, you can come up with something interesting that's good for that moment in time. And this is still the core of this is really interesting and cool. So until we see you all again, always be running and always be trying new things.
I agree. There's a lot of cards. Play them.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.